I want to talk now about the recession argument. X has used it. A lot of theists have used it. That the old Aquinas view that there must be a first cause. Of course, this actually predates Aquinas, but he kind of made it famous, and especially since he indicated that first cause must be God. It's kind of the old Zeno's paradox. An archer fires an arrow to a target. Zeno, using just his own internal reasoning, reasoned that that arrow could never make it to the target, because to make it to that target, the arrow had to pass a halfway point, and to make it to the halfway point, the arrow had to pass the halfway point to the halfway point, and so on and so on. You know, reductio, whatever that word is, I've missed it. Reductio absurdum. So an infinite number of halfway points must be crossed, and obviously you can't cross an infinite number. But in real life, in reality, the arrow makes it to the target. So when you're dealing with infinities, like theists do when they're trying to wrap this concept of time around their minds, when you deal with those things, you can't just assume that what seems logical by this inductive reasoning is logical. And that's also not even explaining that time is a far different beast than what most people know. I mean, time's not linear. It's not set in stone. It's not solid. Different environments cause time to behave differently. I'm talking specifically about spatial temporal environments, such as around black holes. Just the flatness of space itself, time behaves differently. So you can't just pin down time as something that, if it's infinite, we could not exist today. Oh, and by the way, I think X owes every one of us a chocolate bar. In one of his arguments, he claimed that if he promised after an infinite amount of time he would give us a chocolate bar, would we ever receive it? Well, if the concept of an infinite amount of time does exist, then there has already been an infinite amount of time now, preceding now, and there will be an infinite amount of time following now, and he owes us that chocolate bar. I don't really care to have it, but he does owe it to us. So that goes to a point that, if you're looking at a point in time, even if time is infinite, there are points along that timeline that have to exist, and we exist in one of those points. That's assuming time is infinite. To be honest, I have a different view of time from my studies into physics than most theists would have. I don't see time as something that really matters whether or not it's infinite or to have existence. If you want to understand that a bit better, you can look up the physics of quantum mechanics and M theory and brain theories. So just a little idea of Zeno's paradox is what we keep hearing from these theists, though it's just been given a different clothing. The infinite recession argument, it fails from the beginning, because just like the arrow can reach the target, an infinite timeline still has points on it that exist, and we simply exist in one of those points. It might lead to the odd conclusion that all events occur actually simultaneously, but we are only aware of the one that we're currently in. If that's the case, that really kind of throws your mind for a loop. Yeah. Okay. So that's my third video for today. I'm on a roll.